Our farmers and fishers are now gainfully employed. Our generous stimulus package has helped farmers and fishers to get back on their feet. Total fish landings for the second quarter of 2020, that is April to June, amounted to 144,460 pounds of fish valued at $1.7 million. This is up over the comparative period of 2019, when total fish landings were 144,320 pounds, valued then at 1.6 million. The fact that the second quarter result was better than that of the comparative quarter in 2019 is attributed to government's boosted support for the fisheries sector through our COVID-19 relief program. I'm advised by the Director of Marine Resources that 203 fishermen were assisted by the federal government, 123 of them in St. Kitts and 80 on the island of Nevis. Approximately $3 million were spent on fish trap wire, fishing line, hooks, rope, safety equipment, etc. A further $2.1 million have been spent on the agricultural sector, particularly for crops and livestock production. And the Director of Agriculture has advised that over 271 farmers have benefited. Our manufacturing plants are all operating again. As we speak, over 75% of all our manufacturing employees are back to work. Our retail and wholesale sectors have continued to do relatively well. All are opened. Our construction sector continues with the build-out of several public sector projects, such as the Island Main Road Resurfacing Project, the Old Road Bay Rehabilitation Project, Fisheries Project at Old Road, the Lodge Atlas Multipurpose Center. Residential construction continues, and the start of TDC Dewar's Middle Income Project next month will add new impetus to the construction industry. Our first-time home owner program has picked up again after a steep drop in April. This year's applications have now exceeded last year's figures for the year to date. We expect our residential construction subsector to remain buoyant. The government $30 million mortgage financing program certainly is an important intervention. We have incentivized the CBI real estate market with a significant reduction in related stamp duty, now set at 2.5%. Private sector investment in residential and commercial properties is being encouraged. In order to further boost the expansion of jobs in the construction industry, our government is willing to sell lands at specially discounted prices to facilitate entrepreneurship in the development of residential and commercial properties. Property ownership is at the center of our efforts to create a stronger and safer future, with our people securing a piece of the rock, solidifying their stake in our beautiful country, and generating wealth in the land of their birth. For too long, our descendants were denied. Our generation deserves better, and we in government are committed to that stronger and safer future. Yes, our economy has been buffeted and battered by COVID-19. So too is the case all around the world. These are difficult times, but we are weathering the storm better than most. we continue to listen, review, and help our beloved citizens and residents where and when we can. All we have done with respect to our stimulus package in excess of $120 million, we have done without borrowing 1 cent. We are alone in this fiscal space, and we thank God for His blessings. Our savings, however, are limited, and the federal government has accordingly reprioritized its expenditures for 2020 to allow us to respond to COVID-19 and the huge threat it poses for the displaced, the unemployed, the poor, and the needy in our country. I turn now to the hotel sector reopening. Based on discussions with stakeholders in the tourism sector, it is expected that should things go as predicted, we shall be ready to open our borders by October 2020. An expansive training program is being spearheaded by the Ministry of Tourism in collaboration with the Ministries of Health and Civil Aviation. It aims to train over 5,000 persons in the industry at no cost to participants. I'm advised that this type of training carries a cost normally of about $100 per participant. But given the need to ensure all will benefit and can be certified by the Tourism Authority, the training is being offered free of cost. There is further good news. And the good news is that our major hotels are committed to St. Kitts and Nevis, and airlines are showing high interest in bringing their passengers to our shores. Marriott is still committed to St. Kitts and Nevis. A new general manager has arrived on island recently, and I gather that she will be the one to guide the operations forward. COI has advised that it has been in touch with Hilton, and it will reopen in the last quarter of 2020. Park Hyatt is expected to open fully in October 2020, providing work to its 180 employees. I am pleased, however, to learn that its Fisherman's Village restaurant is already open for business. The Royal St. Kitts Hotel is functioning, albeit in a reduced capacity. Tomorrow, the Minister of Labour and I will meet with the management of Four Seasons, and we will report on this on a later date. Generally, confidence in the business community remains good. This is due largely to our excellent management of the economy prior to COVID-19, which saved lives and kept our citizens and residents safe. Foreign investors are showing high interest in doing business here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And of course, as a responsible government, we are encouraging them to do so. For the year so far, January to July, the number of business licenses reached its highest level of 463 approvals, compared to 414 over the comparative period in 2019 processed to the Ministry of Finance. This achievement is commendable given the dramatic fall in applications for businesses experienced in April 2020, directly attributable to the uncertainty and unpredictability